Hello, Normans, and welcome back to this week's Norman News. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Natalie Gold. Stay tuned for news on the rainy LA weather.
And more on how you can join the elected student body for the 2023-2024 school year. Around the school in 15 minutes,
This is the Norman News.
Happy Monday, Normans! With the rainy weather continuing throughout the rest of this week, it is super important to stay warm and try to avoid sickness. We all know how it feels to want to stay in bed when it's wet and rainy outside, so try and bring your bed warmth to school with you this week. If you're looking for an excuse to wear a blanket or a giant comfy sweatshirt to school, this is definitely the week to do so. Normans, if you are starting to feel under the weather this week, please take the extra precaution to stay safe and keep others around you safe. Have a great rainy week, Normans, and make sure to drive safe in the rain. Now to Natalie with school news.
Thanks, Grace. Students, this Wednesday, March 1st, we have a special schedule. Freshmen, you have a college career courses starting at 9 a.m. Sophomores at 8:30, you start your PSAT, and juniors, you start your SAT at 8:30 as well. Seniors, use Wednesday as a day to catch up on your college work and scholarship applications from home. Students, come support your school's instrumental music program Thursday, March 2nd at 7:30 p.m. in the Beverly Vista Middle School Auditorium. The BHHS Instrumental Music Program presents the American Medal. Now to Jason with more school news.
Thanks, Natalie. Hello, Normans. If you are interested in running for an elected position within the student body government for the 2023-2024 school year, please fill out the Declaration of Intent to Run for Elected Office Google form. Candidates have until 12 p.m. on Tuesday, March 7th to declare their candidacy. All candidates must attend a mandatory lunch meeting in the ASB room, B2, room 300, on Tuesday, March 7th. If you are interested in becoming an active member of ASB, please fill out an ASB membership application no later than Friday, March 3rd. Applicant interviews will take place in early April, so get your application in today if you'd like to join ASB and make a difference on campus. Now to Eden with international news.
Thank you, Jason. 1 year after Russian President Putin launched his invasion of Ukraine, believing he'd take Kiev within days, Ukraine's President Zelensky struck a defiant note, insisting that he was certain his country would win the war. Ukraine is still fighting and has managed to repel Moscow's advances north of Kiev and in some eastern and southern parts of the country. The Ukrainian president has repeatedly rejected the idea of negotiating a peace deal that would see Ukraine lose any of its territory. Speaking on Friday, Zelensky said he would not negotiate with Putin, even though he was prepared to speak with him before the war started. Zelensky used the first anniversary of the war to rally troops and renew calls for international assistance for his country. He handed out awards to soldiers and visited wounded service members. The future of this war is unpredictable, and we will learn more in the following weeks. Now to Akira with national news.
Thanks, Eden. A winter storm swept down the west coast, causing floods and bitter temperatures throughout Southern California. The National Weather Service reports that it was one of the strongest storms to hit Southwest California, and even after the wind and rain dropped, it continued to have an impact, such as the hills around the north of LA being covered in white snow. After days of fierce winds, toppled trees, and downed wires, more than 120,000 residents lost their electricity. It was reported by Brian Wheeler, a spokesman for Consumers Energy, that half an inch of ice weighed down some of the lines, which is similar to the weight of a baby grand piano. The storm continued with lightning strikes shutting down LA County beaches and scattered bursts of snow. Now to Noor with local news.
Thanks, Akira. The Roxbury Knitting Group started in 2002 and it meets every Wednesday. They create works of art that are then donated to organizations such as the American Heart Association, Children's Hospital, Cedars-Sinai, and many other nonprofits. Mayor Lily Bossie stopped by the Roxbury Community Center to recognize the Roxbury Knitting Group this week. On average, the group knits about 10 items per week, which adds up to about 520 items per year. I am so moved by the dedication and generosity of the club, and I hope to learn more about them. Now to Ariane and Mickey with sports.
Thanks, Nora. Good morning, Normans. Welcome back to Pro Sports. Yesterday, we saw an end to Jake Paul's undefeated streak in the realm of YouTube The Boxing Experiment. With millions of people tuning in to watch Jake Paul and Paul suffering his first loss, the defeat didn't seem that big of a deal, with Paul being 26 years old and a record of 6-1. Analyzing the fight, Fury landed the cleaner shots throughout the fight, but Paul came back with the knockdown in the 8th in the final round to make things extremely tight. That's all for Pro Sports. Now on to Mickey with School Sports.
Thank you, Ariane. Good morning, Normans. I'm Mickey, and I've been coming to you with this week's school sports. With the new spring season, games and meets are starting to really pile up. This Friday, both JV and varsity tennis have a home game. Baseball has their first game today against West Adams, followed by 2 other games this week. Track has already had a few meets, and we will continue to see our team thrive through many others this season. This week, we'll also get to see our swim team in a meet. Good luck to all athletes, and go Normans. Now to Deborah with this week's movie review.
Thank you. Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantamania is a fun and exciting addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Directed by Painted Reed, this movie takes us on a wild ride through the quantum realm. With Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne, the team once again saves the world. The movie picked up where it left off with Ant-Man and Wasp in the Captain Marvel Civil War. However, when he receives a message from Hope's father, Dr. Ham Prime, Scott finds himself once again dominating the Ant-Man suit and teaming up with Hope, who has her own super suit of the Wasp. The plot revolves around the trio attempting to rescue Janet Van Dyne, Hope's mother, and Hank's wife from the quantum realm. This leads to them crossing paths with new and old enemies, including the villainous King the Conqueror, who is set to become the major player in the MCU. The film is filled with hilarious moments, especially between Scott and his daughter Cassie, and the chemistry between Rudd and Lily is on point. The action scenes are really well choreographed, and the visual effects are top-notch, especially when it comes to the quantum realm and the various size changes of the Ant-Man and Wasp. Overall, Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantamania is a fun and entertaining addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's movie trailer.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter. But you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that. Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
They can rewrite existence and shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need, or everything you call a life will end.
This is all my fault.
You may did not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose. I'm sorry, Cassie.
Thank you. You were fortunate if you were able to attend one of the 52 shows on the Swift's tour. The COVID-19 pandemic prevented Swift from touring her studio albums Lover 2019, Volker 2020, and Evermore 2020. Therefore, she will utilize the Eras Tour to promote all of her previous albums, including Midnights, which was published. Swift 32 has only revealed her U.S. tour dates thus far. Her international shows have not yet been public. The Eras Tour will get off on March 17, 2023 at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, with Paramore and Gale providing support, and it will run through August 9, 2023, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, with Haim Gale providing support. Along the road, support performers like Gracie Abrams, Muna, Girl in Red, Owen, Phoebe Bridgers, and Betty Doobie have also performed. Now let's send it to Jasmine with this week's weather forecast.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Mehdizadeh from KBAB. This is the week of February 27th weather report. This week in Beverly Hills, we'll see sunny skies and cloudy skies. On Monday, with rain, 59 degrees. Tuesday is 56 with rainy skies. Wednesday is 54 with cloudy skies. Thursday is 60 degrees with a sunny sky. And Friday moving on to the high of 62. Now down to Santa Monica, where temperatures are still a little bit more cool as it's near the beach. It's still with rain and sunny skies. On Monday with rain, 52 degrees. Tuesday, 55. Wednesday, 53. Thursday, a sunny sky at 59. And Friday, the high of the week in Santa Monica at 61. Now down to Los Angeles, where temperatures got a bit more warm, still in the low 50s to low 60s. Rain on Monday at 52 degrees. Tuesday, 57. Wednesday, the rain clearing up at 54 degrees. Thursday, 61 with a sunny sky. And Friday, the high of 63. Thank you for watching this week's weather report. I'm Jasmine Mehdizadeh. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Jasmine, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Norman News. I'm Suomi.
And I'm Natalie Gold. We will see you next week.